What's up, guys? It's SRC bringing you some Ground War Team Deathmatch on Villa. This was a public match where I played solo, and you know how those can go. But this actually was a pretty good gameplay. It was a really competitive game. I think it was within a couple of kills the entire way through, and I think we ended up pulling out the victory right at the end by just a couple of kills. So it's definitely an enjoyable gameplay. I really like playing competitive matches that are really close because I think it just adds a little bit more fun to the game experience. So enjoy taking a look at that. But what I really wanted to talk about was the whole debate on which Call of Duty is best. And there's been a lot of talk about this as we get closer to Modern Warfare 3 release here tomorrow night, it looks like. And WoodysGamertag actually posted a video on this here a couple weeks ago in which he talked about which Call of Duties were best, and he kind of, I think, came to the conclusion that Black Ops was probably the best, and that COD 4 was maybe a close second, and then Modern Warfare 2 being kind of a steaming pile of crap, if you will. So I kind of agree with his assessment of it. I'll go ahead and post a link to his video in the description, and you can take a look at that, and let me know what you think in the comments below. We've already had some discussion on this. I think that, you know, we kind of generally agree, but I'm kind of still in the camp that agrees with Black Ops being the best game. And here's why. I'm just going to go ahead and break it down real quick. I think that COD 4 was a great game. I definitely wouldn't fault anyone for thinking that that was the best. It had great maps. It was a fun experience. I probably have more hours in that game than any other Call of Duty. But here's why I think it wasn't exactly the best game that we've had. First, the stackable kill streaks. With being able to stack kill streaks, it's certainly fun to be able to go ahead and get your 5 kills, and then get your chopper, and then die, and then call them in and let it build up another kill streak, and then die and build up another kill streak. But really, I don't know that it makes for great gameplay overall. I think it's a little unfair if you're on the receiving end of that. And you know, 30 seconds of good gameplay can reward you with an outstanding game at the end with a huge KD, which really I don't think is right. So, you know, that was a big problem. And then the other thing is just the map glitches, being able to go under the maps and into the walls and exploit the game that way. And now, as time's passed here, with some hackers flying around with God mode. So there are definitely some things about that game that were really great, and there's definitely some things about that weren't that great. And so, you know, I would say that is kind of a close second for me. World at War was an excellent game. For me, it was extremely refreshing to play a different game type when COD 4 was done, to go back to World War II and play. I really loved bouncing Bettys. I thought that was a cool piece of equipment to use. I really liked the dog's kill streak. I thought that was kind of neat. And so that, to me, was a good game. But again, kind of runs into the same problems with COD 4. There were a lot of map exploits. A lot of people, you know, were able to get in the maps, outside of the maps, below the maps. And then now lately, the game has just been so hacked that it's virtually unplayable. I think I joined 8 lobbies in a row last weekend, and, you know, there's constantly people flying up in the air that you can't kill. So, you know, it's tough to say that that's the best game ever when that type of stuff is happening. So then moving on to Modern Warfare 2. To me, this game was a huge disappointment. I was really excited for this. I might have built the hype up a little bit too much. I was just so disappointed, I guess, and I never really got that into it once it was released. I think the biggest reason was just all the kind of BS that came along with that game. You know, the maps first, you know, weren't really that fun. I thought it was just kind of plain to do, you know, to play that game. And then you're getting noob tube constantly. You've got people using their javelins as explosives and standing on the headquarters, blowing up the entire room. And, you know, stuff like that was going on. So, you know, there were a lot of just kind of BS things that I think people just exploited to the extreme. There was some Claymore abuse going on. Chris Smoove has actually a great video on Claymore abuse, which again, I'll try and link that in the description too. It's really good. It's a free-for-all match where he just sits there and keeps resetting Claymores with the scavenger perk. So, you know, things like that just made the game just almost unplayable, or really, I shouldn't say unplayable. You could certainly play the game pretty well. just really, it takes a lot of the enjoyment factor. If you really want to just be stressed and frustrated, go play some Modern Warfare 2. And that brings us to the last game, Black Ops. The reason that I think that this is the best Call of Duty is because I just feel that it's extremely balanced and fun to play. When this game first came out, I'll be right there with all the skeptics. I thought the game graphics looked really cheesy and kindergartenish, looked really cartoony, and was really disappointing the first night, the first couple of days that I played this game. But as I've played it here for the last year, I really have grown to like this game. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's extremely balanced. Certainly the hit detection is a bit of a problem. I've heard of connection issues. I don't really have that problem with it too often. And then, the sound maybe not being as good as it could have been, or as good as some of the Activision or Infinity Ward games are. Overall, though, to me, those are kind of small things. I think to complain about that, if that's the biggest complaint we have about this game, it's not that bad. And the basis of the standard I guess I use for what's the best Call of Duty is this. If Modern Warfare 3 hypothetically was terrible, if we just hated that game, let's just say it got hacked and you couldn't even play it for whatever reason, and you had to go back and play a different Call of Duty. 6 months from now, if that happens, what game are you going to pick up and put in the Xbox? And for me, it's Black Ops. And it's for all those reasons that I just stated. I think that it's the most balanced, fun game to play, period. And, so I guess just let me know what you guys think about this. Which game is the best for you? Which one, if you had to go back 6 months from now and play again with your friends, which one would you guys be playing? Just go ahead and leave a comment in the description. We can continue that conversation. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe, and I'll have more videos coming out here shortly. Hopefully quite a few when Modern Warfare 3 hits. So other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.